All right, so just before the season about to kickstart, we are back with a new football-related video. That is a discussion type, or you can call it a podcast sort of thing, whatever you want to, whatever you wish to. Where we'll be talking about Liverpool and, of course, what are our top 6 predictions of the Premier League. And starting off, we will be first focusing on our support club, that is Liverpool. How we have done before the season has kick-started, what have we have done in the market, we sold a few players. Was it fine to be selling them off? And how where do we stand in comparison to our opponents? What they have done and what have we done in our squads? And how can we improvise this season through the learnings of the last one, where we did win 2 cups but didn't get hands with the big trophies. That is Premier League and Champions League. So joining me is my friend Adi, and alongside him we kick start with the discussion about Liverpool. Like first thing first, have we done enough in the market, like in terms of the signings?
Yeah, I think we did fairly well. We signed Nunes for the forward position to replace Mane.
Hmm.
Not a direct replacement. Then we have signed Carvalho in the midfield. So he would do fairly well, because he was player of the championship,
Hmm.
young player of the championship.
Yeah,
And to get depth for the right back position, we have added Calvin Ramsey. So he would keep pushing Trent Alexander-Arnold.
a bit of
So
pressure
that,
on Trent, I guess, in terms of that
yeah,
that position where he's like defensively little bit vulnerable, but not that bad. The way people look at him, like people do talk about the UCL fan and how he didn't reach the ball and Vinicius scored that goal. But I think it was fine match. He didn't do much bad at that position. I mean, he was good. He had a good performance. That's why he's playing in the main team. People should keep that in mind. And now talking about new signings, Nunes, first match, what a debut game he had, 1 goal, 1 assist. I mean, assist in terms of as since he won the penalty for the team, gets his header on the hands of City defender, and that was good job done. Like to Ruben Diaz gets his hand straight on the ball, and that was clear pen. So he had a good debut. If you compare that to Erling Holland, we saw what Holland did, and it could be because he is just facing a different kind of teams as he's used to play in Germany. So that could have been doing something to him, but it's just one match. We can't be judging him on basis of that. Anyways, talking about Liverpool and Carvalho, we have seen a bit of his how he has played in the preseason matches. He has looked sharp, a little bit of vibes of Coutinho, as you say.
yeah, definitely. I mean, first of all, for Nunez, I'm very happy because he has silenced the haters. There was
Mm,
a lot of comparisons with Haaland, and it
mm,
was a direct match with Haaland. So I think Nunez came on top of that, and he gelled well with the Liverpool team. And Carvalho, in preseason, we have seen him he
mm.
shows glimpses of Coutinho. So to add that young player in the midfield, it's a very big boost up for us.
Right, so that was about the signings we have did. How about the players we let go? First of all, talking about Sadio Mane, he was, I mean, star performer for the team. He gives us everything. That was one of the guys we let go, and he wanted to move actually. So that was his choice. He was up for to see like new challenges. And so he went for Bayern, which was a little weird choice. To be honest, I didn't expect him to be going to Bundesliga, but that's his choice. He is free to go. And second one was Minamino, who we sold off because I mean, he went to French league, I think Marseille or
Yes,
something.
Monaco.
Okay, he went to Monaco. So I mean, for his development, I mean, he was not able to break through in the first team, so that was pretty fine. I mean, he was star of our cup wins, that is FA Cup and EFL Cup. He scored the goals in the crucial matches, so we can't. I mean, we can't ignore that. And third one was Origi, whose contract expired, and he went to Fine Club, which I would say AC Milan is a nice choice for him. And they did need a I think they did need a striker in their team. I mean, Ibrahimovic is getting a bit older. Origi could work well, I guess. I believe it works well for him. And the fourth one is not so popular. Nico Williams. He was a young player. And it's fine for his development. I mean, if he's suiting to a system, fine, you can let him go. What do you say about first one? That is Sadio Mane.
Yeah, I mean, Sadio Mane is irreplaceable. I mean, there's no
Mm,
player on earth that can replace him directly. And of course, Luis Diaz, Jota, they have big shoes to fill in. So yeah, I think there will be a lot of competition in that position between Diaz and Jota.
mm,
And Jota is already a proven player, and he has, we see a lot of potential in him, and he has adapted so quickly to Liverpool. So yeah, hopefully, I hope they reach the levels Mane, as soon
Mm.
as possible. But we can expect the best. That's it. But I'm very optimistic because
Mm.
our front five look very, you know, they sync with each other right
Mm.
on. As soon as we made the signing, we could see it with Nunez, we could see it with Diaz last season. When he joined midway.
Mm.
So I'm very optimistic. But yeah, of course, the loss of money, it's irreplaceable. So
I mean,
yeah,
adaptability wise, both adapted quickly. Be it Jota, be it Luis Diaz. Although gameplay wise, they are not nowhere near Sadio Mane's gameplay. Who is kind of a physical player. He likes to take control of his space and tries to like give his full self and finds the run in and takes the shots, which is his unique style. And we can't be comparing that to style of Luis Diaz. He has unique style. He has some skills which he did show to us the later half of previous season. Everyone saw that, and everyone became fan of that guy. I mean, I've heard my friends who are not the support of Liverpool, they have become fan of the way he used to play, the way he used to perform on the field. And same goes for Diogo Jota. He had like 19 or 20 goals last season. Those are the crazy
yes,
numbers, and he's not a regular starter. To be very
yeah,
precise, he wasn't a regular starter the whole season. A little
yeah,
sadness that he couldn't play in the preseason, but good news is he did a contract extension.
yeah,
That happened yesterday only, and he's now fit and he's like doing his training. So that's a good sign going forward into this season for at least Diogo Jota, who did his
yeah.
contract extension alongside Salah, which we'll talk about later on. Let's talk about Jota here.
Yeah, I mean, Jota, I think he's back in training again, since he was injured for while playing for Portugal. So it will be a big boost, because Liverpool right now need all players for to compete for the next season and win a challenge for the title, which I personally believe Liverpool are one of the favorites to win the league. So Jota is a very crucial part. And
Mm.
last season we saw with limited appearances, he still had great contribution. So uh, I hope to see Jota soon. I mean, the tentative date is around a month, so hopefully we can see him sooner or later.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jota is going to be very crucial, and so are the other Liverpool attackers. I mean,
Mm.
for even Firmino is important for us. With Nunes coming in, there's going to be rotation, a lot of rotation. But yeah, I think all players are going to contribute.
I
Especially
mean,
our front five.
there are talks about Firmino signing a lifetime contract. That would be crazy thing if that happens. I mean, he,
Yeah,
he has been so pivotal to the success of our like this play style, the kind of which we do. He moves deep into the midfield and creates the space for our wingers used to create, like for Mane. I mean, Mane is gone, so we can't. We will be only referring to that part, that time, the way he used to play there. So he deserves that. Certainly deserves that. He was one of the pivotal players for the evolution of the whole team. I mean, the way we have played on the field and the way we have won the titles and trophies. That's been beautiful with Bobby Firmino being there in the middle.
you know, if it was in my hands, I would have given him the lifetime contract already
Mm.
because even Klopp has emphasized on his importance and what he brings to the role, and he has almost revolutionized the false nine role. So, I mean, you have never seen a false nine like
Yeah,
him before, and people are trying to emulate that in their teams too.
and I
So I
guess.
think,
Mm.
yeah, I think even he's one of the highest scoring, if not the highest scoring Brazilian in Premier League right now.
Mm.
So that's a great achievement.
Yeah, won't be
Cannot let it go.
surprised. Yeah, he
Yeah.
should be. I mean, before the one we know before that was Juninho. He used to record that hold that record. Sorry about that. And yeah, what I was saying is, if it was up to you, you would have given Jurgen Klopp the lifetime contract as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's
Who won't?
indisputable.
Yeah,
Like,
who won't give him the lifetime
yeah,
contract after doing the revolution, which he has done? And he was talking about other contract extension that happened this year, and that was Mohamed Salah's contract extension. A lot of speculations were being made that he's going to leave. He will leave the next season. He will respectively play through the 1 year that is left in his contract. But out of nowhere, the contract extension happened, and we see him again being the one of the leading starters in our front three.
Yeah, I think giving Salah an extension is like a new signing, and you can see it in preseason and form after he signed the contract that
Hmm.
he's like a new player. I mean, he's energized, and towards the end of last season, he was a bit low, after getting out of AFCON and the World Cup qualification. So
Yeah,
he was
that
a
was
bit
harsh.
low.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and I think he has picked on that, and he's going to have a massive season. And hopefully, just like the time he came, he did his debut in Premier League and he scored 31 goals. I hope he emulates that. If not, he makes it better.
Hmm.
Like this contract extension should be like a second life given to
I
him.
mean, he was playing
So
pretty well in that Community Shield game against Manchester City,
yeah, yeah, he
and
was
even
terrifying the
slotted.
defense.
Yeah, and even slotted that perfect penalty on the bottom right, which
Yeah.
was unsavable. So that was talk about Salah's contract extension. Now we can have a talk about our opponents and us. Where do we stand in comparison? Let's talk about the other squads. First one being the current contenders for the race for the title. That is City. Wow, what do we make about City signings? Have they
City,
done decent work?
I mean, Haaland for that price is always a
Of
bargain,
course. Yeah.
But I could see, in the Community Shield match that Haaland is not in sync with KDB, or he's not making the runs KDB wants. And there was visible frustration from KDB also in the match. So,
Yep. True.
and also he missed a couple of sitters. So I think it will take time because he joined the preseason late for City. But
Hmm.
I'm sure that he's going to tear apart the league. But how soon,
Hmm.
uh, that matters, and on what occasions he does it. Because and also one of the reasons City could go wrong is if they do not manage to keep Haaland fit, because he
Hmm.
has injury issues in the past. So that is again a challenge for them. But apart from that, City have let go of a couple of players like
Hmm.
Zinchenko and uh, Jesus to Arsenal, and
And
they
also
are
not to
also
forget Fernandinho. He has also went back
yeah,
to Brazil.
yeah. I hate Fernandinho because he was that ugly player who used to do
Oh, he was
no.
he was so good.
So
Too good
yeah,
for
so
team and double for the position.
so yeah, so I mean, right now I'm very happy that he has moved on
He has
from
moved
City.
on.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and there are also rumors about Bernardo Silva going to
The Barca.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
So if that happens, then I am pretty sure that we have an upper edge over City, and we should capitalize over it
Yeah.
because City lack depth right now, and I
I
don't
mean,
see. I think they even lost Cucurella for the left back position to Chelsea right
even
now.
similar is my point. Like they have let go all the good backup players that they had. I mean, their front lineup is pretty good, pretty solid. I mean,
Yeah,
I personally would be keeping more eyes on Julian Alvarez than Erling Holland. That's
yeah,
my personal thing. That I'll be keeping an eye on that guy. He's coming from River Plate, and he's kind of good. Like we saw a bit of his work in that Community Shield match. He
yeah.
did better work
He
than
scored.
Erling Holland. Yep.
He scored the goal. Yeah.
I mean, it would take some
So,
time for Holland to be getting settled to the system. That's for sure. That we are not taking away that he's a bad player. We are not saying he's a bad player. He's a good player, but my eyes will be on Julian Alvarez. Anyway, that's about City and talking about our fiercest rivals, that is Manchester United. They are in caught up in little meh kind of situation. I mean, they
yeah, I
have
mean,
had a good manager.
they have a good manager, and everything was going fine until Ronaldo came in, and there was also controversy about him leaving, then coming back, then
Yeah.
leaving the match again. So I think the main struggle for United all these years was the dressing room atmosphere. Players like Pogba,
Mm,
these players influenced, and
mm.
finally they let go of Pogba, but they have another trouble with Ronaldo now. So whatever impact or influence Ronaldo has over
And people thought they
the
only had issues with the manager thing. They have one
yeah,
bigger
I mean,
issue, that is to keep Cristiano with the team.
yeah, yeah, I mean, right now that's the biggest. But I think Eric Ten Hag has been very vocal that such behavior won't be tolerated, be it whoever,
Yeah, he said.
because he prioritizes the team and the players over a single individual at all costs. So hopefully he, tries to manage it perfectly because player like Ronaldo cannot be ignored. At the same time, such antics cannot be tolerated.
Mm.
So let's see what happens with United. But uh, maybe they may do good.
Yeah,
So Ten Hag is known for his attacking style of play. So and they are done pretty good in the preseason too.
yeah.
Sancho is better than last year. Rashford, he has his redemption
Mm.
time because last year he was completely ignored. There was a lot of issues with the personal space also.
Yeah, yeah,
So I hope that let's see whatever happens. But
yeah,
as long as they don't solve the Ronaldo issue, I think they
yeah,
will have some trouble.
yeah. That sums up about United. Talking about Chelsea, they don't have much. We don't have much to be talking about them. They only signed one signing, that is the goalkeeper, and second signing that which they might be able to get, that would be Cucurella. That's being circulated in the market right now. It's been said he has had talks with Chelsea and might be coming in. So I don't know how is that going to impact, because seriously they need someone in the midfield and someone in the attack. They are going with Timo Werner, and we have all seen what he has done in the Premier League in past couple of years.
Yeah, I would like to correct you. Like Chelsea have made a couple of signings. They have signed Koulibaly. They have signed Sterling.
Sorry,
Front.
I forgot those two. My bad.
Yeah. So these two are good signings, but again they lost on some big signings. The centre back
I mean, you
position.
see, the thing, the transfer ownership overpowered everything. That I just forgot. They signed two
Yeah.
players, two big
I
signings.
mean, this transfer window has been crazy. I mean, it's hard to keep track
They
of
have
all the
overtaken
players
the
and
club. Yeah, that people are
yeah,
more focused on the ownership rather than talking about
yeah,
their transfers.
yeah. Also, the manager is not happy right now because with the team he
Hmm.
has demanded more signings and
I
but I
mean,
don't know. I'm
one
not
of
sure
hmm,
if what is his approach like. What players does he want? Because
hmm.
he has lost a couple of players in the centre back. Rudiger is a very, very big loss
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
was one of the best players in Premier League at that point of time.
Hmm,
So, but they have replaced him with Koulibaly, and I think Koulibaly would be decent because he
hmm,
is very in sync with Mendy, who is his national teammate.
hmm,
So that would be an advantage. But there are players who
hmm,
want to leave, like Aspilicueta, uh, Alonso. Such players are also on the verge of leaving.
hmm.
So let's see what happens. Also, they are having injury issues with
And the
Chilwell, which
issues,
is
yeah, right.
yeah.
Absolutely correct.
So
I mean, one of the
but
Chelsea mates I know, he was saying right now they don't have technical director, so that's why the only in charge of transfers is at Thomas Tuchel and his assistant. They're managing that. How well they
yeah,
manage,
and
we'll see. It's still
yeah,
have a few
and
weeks.
one more fact that they are trying to sign Michael Edwards, Liverpool's
Oh,
ex-sporting director. So
ooh,
yeah, so
that could
that's
be
if
something
that
tricky.
happens, then it could
We
be
can expect
some
good things
positive
happening
changes.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, should be a positive change. It was for us and should be for Chelsea. I mean, man knows what to do and how to do. He did with us. Talking about
yeah,
Spurs, they have had quite a lot of signings. They have had Clement Longley coming on loan from Barca. They have had Richarlison. They have had Fraser Foster coming from Southampton as a keeper, that is. Ivan Perisic coming in as a free transfer. Bissouma from Brighton. Bentinker from Juventus, 19 mils, and Kulusevski playing on loan. They are looking solid, pretty solid.
yeah. I mean, I think Conte wants to sign a couple of more fullbacks with the way he's going. There's
Mm.
already so many fullbacks in his team, yet he keeps on signing them. He has added one more right back, which is DJ Spence. He
And
was a
not to
championship
forget,
player.
it's his second
Yeah,
season. What do you
yeah,
expect?
yeah. I mean, he has I mean, last time with Chelsea, he had a great first season, but this is his first full season,
Mm.
technically a second season. So you can see
He's always a danger guy in the second season.
he's dangerous. I mean, he's very, he's so vocal on touchline, you can hear him over the crowd's noise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's always pushing his players to, press and
Yep.
go forward.
Quite an animated
On-
guy.
yeah, and we could see towards the end of the season how Spurs were improving under him. And players like Son, Kane, they were just on another level under him. So yeah,
Yeah,
we could expect big things. And also they've added Richarlison, so that bench depth is crazy right
Dubs
now.
is good, really good depth. So we
Yeah,
can expect magic. So we'll be talking about top six predictions. But before that, let's talk about Arsenal. They have had quite a few signings. Two coming from Manchester City itself.
yeah, Arsenal. Right now, they are also on the verge of releasing All or Nothing. So let's
Oh
see how
yeah,
much they
that's
can
gonna
get
come out.
motivated by their own series.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, Jesus is, I think, a very great signing because he's done great in City with whatever time he could play. Uh,
yeah.
although he couldn't, start
All
for all games for City,
he was
but
struggling last season.
yeah,
He has struggled a lot towards the half part of the season later on.
yeah, and but I think his preseason has been pretty great with Arsenal, and Arsenal are no more
Mikel
a
Arteta.
defensive side now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are scoring 3 to 4 goals on average.
Plus,
So they have
hmm,
become an attacking squad. Plus, I think Odegaard has been a great contributor. He's the new captain for
new
Arsenal,
captain. Yeah, yeah,
and so yeah, that's a very big positive because giving captaincy to such a young player and within 1 year of his signing,
yeah, yeah.
so that's a very big step by the club, and I think Arteta believes in it. And
Yes.
of course, there's players like Saka, Martinelli, who are
Hmm,
already in Arsenal,
hmm,
who have been developed by Arteta
hmm.
into turning into regular starters.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, we could see so much of that.
yeah. So much has happened with Arsenal. Let's see how far they will be doing this season. And now we can come for our predictions, top six predictions. What are mine and what are these? Let's talk one by one. You want to
Uh,
go with your first,
so
then I will tell my first prediction. The
okay,
top.
we start with first, or should we build suspense and start from
We
last?
go with six, 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 1. Let's go.
Okay, so for my sixth position, I will be choosing United. Uh,
All right.
it's not that United are going to be a very confirmed six. They would keep fighting for the top four, but they would
Hmm.
eventually end up the sixth position. That's what I feel.
For me, it's I mean, a little bold call. Could be Chelsea. They could be finishing six. I mean, even Arsenal can drop there, but for now, what I think is could be Chelsea.
Because Tuchel himself is not happy with the club, and if
Yeah.
things go same way, I think he's going to have a
I mean, the
fight. Like
atmosphere around Chelsea is not
yeah,
that great.
it's it's very negative right now. So let's see. I mean, if the manager before the season starts, he says is not very optimistic for the season. So
Number five.
uh, yeah, let's see. Number five for me would be Chelsea.
Okay. For me, it's United. So you pick six for United. I pick five for them. But United
Yeah,
could be going in top four, as you said. Depends on the manager. It's a new manager. That's why I'm saying they could be falling out of top four. So having known the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is there in the side, it won't look pretty to be not finishing top four. He would be so aggravated that in case he stays this season here and still they don't go for European UCL next season, that would be so harsh. And I mean, for the player, for the club, I mean, it would be for the club too, but for the player of his quality, of its standard, won't be looking pretty.
yeah.
Okay, number four then. Who's your number four?
The fourth one is tough one for me, but I'm gonna go with Arsenal.
Okay, similar is my choice. Four.
Yeah,
Arsene Wenger number four.
yeah, they're lucky number. So hopefully they get into a Champions League spot. After, last year they didn't play any European football, so hopefully this year they would be
Hopefully, I mean,
hungry for it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Arteta is certainly hungry. He had shown his intent by getting few signings in, so
yeah,
should work hard for them. I mean, with the intensity, they did play pretty good for like most part of the season, like 75 to 80%. They were good, so we can't ignore that. And number three, this is going to
number
get
three for
controversial.
me. Yeah, number three for me is going to be Spurs.
Okay.
As much as I like Conte, I think Liverpool and City are favorites for top two. So no
Hmm.
one's going to take that spot for at least this year. Maybe
Hmm.
next year, once they get used to the managers like Arteta, Ten Hag, and Spurs. But right now, for me, third is Spurs.
And as for me, it's going to be City. A lot of people will be surprised because everyone sees City as a winner, but there are a lot of reasons why I think they could be number three. One being Spurs and Antonio Conte's second season, which we have talked about. He's lethal in the second season. We have seen it with Chelsea, we have seen it with Juventus, what he has done in the past, and why I think there are a lot of reasons about City being number three. Their backup doesn't look that great. Doesn't build in the confidence. I mean, even if I'm not their like supporter, but I'm saying with the point of neutral's point of view, they don't look that solid in comparison to Spurs. Spurs have a immense backup they have had with the signings they have brought in. As for City, they have just brought in 3-4 signings. One being the keeper, one being two attackers, that is Holland and Alvarez. Others I don't think they have yet signed any more players. But I'm sure, pretty much sure, if things don't work out, they will get in the winter window and try to fix it, which we have seen with City happening a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if they even let go of Bernardo Silva, then maybe for me also they could be third. But right now, I'm going to stick with Spurs for third place.
All right. So number two, who is
Number
it?
two for me is going to be City.
Okay.
Because I think City have let go of a lot of players, and whenever they have done this in the past, that's the time Liverpool have capitalized and won the league. And Liverpool have added great players, and also last season also they had added a lot of players. So this time it's going to be City for the second position.
Okay. For me, it's Spurs. I mean Spurs because Conte's second season, and of course I would support my team to be going for the title. Why not? Every fan has the right. Plus, we have had good start of the season, and does look, we, despite having Sadio Mane gone out, I do have confidence in our squad that they can do it. If they did fight for 4 trophies last season, they can definitely push for at least 2 big titles. One being Premier League, other being Champions League. So that's what I think. Uh, that's why I think Spurs would be two, and for first definitely it's Liverpool, which I've just stated through the sentence by revealing my number two. And I guess same for Adi.
No, I'm going to choose Nottingham Forest. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
It's going to be
all
Liverpool.
right.
It's going to be Liverpool, of course.
This is
And
your own team.
I think,
Nice.
yeah, because for me, Liverpool, there are a couple of reasons. Was if we
Yeah.
keep all our players fit,
Mm.
and I think if that happens, there's no chance any teams come close to
Yeah.
competing, because the team we have right now and the depth we have on bench is crazy. I mean, it's world class.
Yeah.
Even if you, so the
Even
only
if
key,
it's just James Miller on the bench.
yeah, I mean James Milner and 10 pieces of wood. That's it.
I mean,
That's all
he's
we want.
37 already, and the way he came in the even that Community Shield, time he played on the field, he was playing pretty solid.
Yeah, and the beard is helping him.
Beard is
It's
helping him.
improved him.
Yeah, Beard is
Yeah,
a secret, and I guess that's
yeah,
how we can improvise in this season.
yeah.
Beard is the key.
Hopefully.
All right,
Definitely.
so I guess that should be a wrap. Anything else you want to add?
So I think it's going to be a very exciting season, because
Yeah,
right now the top 6 teams all could be favorites for the league,
yeah,
hypothetically, but but they are all good squads. So potentially they are all good
yeah,
squads, and they can compete for the first position. So it's not going to be easy season for any club.
yeah. True.
But if things go well and planned, then hopefully Liverpool win the league. And
Yeah, that's what we'll be hoping for because we have missed league title by just 1 point twice.
yeah,
Twice, twice, twice. If you get the reference, it's fine. If you don't, then watch some other sport. Anyways, on that note, we'll wrap this video, and it's a long one. I hope you guys will watch the most part of it and will enjoy. If you do, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and share the video around. We are Liverpool fans, we both, so you can expect a lot of Liverpool related content coming on the channel, but we'll be putting other content as well. So hope you have a good time watching that. Thank you for tuning in.